Okay, lesson 1C, evaluating functions. Evaluating functions given a graph. So we have this graph. So it goes through here, and it's going like this. And it's saying that, well, this is f, it's a little bit, little f. It's called the function f, that's the name of it. Okay? And so you have your inputs are x and your outputs are y. Okay, so it says here to evaluate f of 2. What is f of 2 equal to? What is f of 2 equal to? Well, look, 2 is the input x. So what is its corresponding output y? Well, easy. Go to the graph. This is what? X, this is 0, x is 1, y is 2. I'm sorry, x is 0, x is 1, x is 2, x is 3. It's called number line. Okay. Then to the left, they're going to be what? Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, on and on and on. Okay. So these are inputs. So the input of 2 has an output. You go to the graph and then go across to the y corresponding part, and that is 1. So the output of 2 is going to be 1. As simple as that. Okay, so then, all right, if you understand that, that's all input and outputs are. You just got to go to the graph and find the corresponding y to its input of x 2. So we're going to go up, across, and the output is 1. Okay. Now, we did this in the warm-up, barely. And you don't need to use a graph. You could, if you were given instead its corresponding equation, then you would use the corresponding equation. And you say, how and why? Well, the function name, if this is y equals to this, which is this graph, then you can actually call it instead of y, then we can call it f of x. And now we can plug in inputs. X is 2, and see if we can get the same output. If I plug in 2, I'm going to have negative x is 2 minus 3 plus 2. 2 minus 3 is negative 1. Bring down the minus plus 2. Absolute value of negative 1 is 1. Bring down the minus in front of it, plus 2. Negative 1 plus 2 is 1. So the output of 2 is 1. The output of 2 is 1. So they both, so you're saying, you mean to say that they both are the same thing? This right here, this right here, is this graph right here. And they both represent, they're different representations of the same thing. Okay, so a lot of times they're not going to give you a graphical representation. They're just going to give you a function. So we got this function. It says evaluate. So how do you evaluate functions given an equation? Well, here's a given equation right here. F of x equals 4, absolute value of x plus 2. And it's asking you to evaluate f of negative 4. I don't think you want a graph and then evaluate. I think that would take too long. I think you would just want to plug it in and get an answer. All right, so x is negative 4, right there. F of negative 4. What is the output of negative 4? 4. Okay, there's my x. I'm going to plug in negative 4 for x plus 2. And now I'm going to use order operations. So negative 4 plus 2 is what? Negative 2. Absolute value of negative 2. Bring down the 4. Absolute value of negative 2 is 2 times 4 is 8. Evaluate f of 5. Plug in. This time it's not the inputs, is t, not x. Doesn't matter. 5, plug it in for t. F of 5 is equal to negative absolute value of 5 minus 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. Absolute value of 2 is 2. Bring down, that's negative 2. Negative 2. And that is it for today.